Why?
What is
I
Lex
do get
short
vexed
for?
sometimes.
Lexington?
Lexington? That's your full name?
Lex
No.
Delicious.
No.
Lex is like a derivative of Alexander, because my last name is Alexander. So and it came back in college. When I was in college, I had about 4 or 5 friends that I had named Chris, and it was like 4 that's in my crew. Well, we knew others, but it was probably about 5 on the regular. And every time somebody would say Chris,
All 4.
everybody would be like, huh, or somebody would say, and it'd be the wrong person. So we had a homeboy who always gave people cool nicknames.
Yeah.
He was that guy, and he would just give you a nickname even though he didn't really know you like that. But he was
He
like,
called you Lex?
he started calling me Lex, and he would call me Lex Luger, Lex Luthor, all this Lex. And then I got another homie.
Lex us.
Lexus.
Us.
Stop.
Lex.
Chicks would say that. Girls would be like, "Oh, it's like Lexus." I'm like, "Nah, I don't own a Lexus. I'm not Lexus."
Dude, you're supposed to buy into like, yeah, baby.
in college.
Come around the back of the.
He was like, you said
broke
that you
college
was managing
student.
expectations. He was like,
Leads you down the highway to hell.
It
like
will not.
long, lonely
It will
drive,
not. I'm
too.
trying to
I
tell you.
like Lexuses though.
Exactly.
That's my favorite car.
Just go walk the lot
I don't
with
have
it. That's
one, but
all.
I would love to have one day.
Hold hands and walk
I'm
the
a
lot with
Toyota
him.
man, so
You'll be all right.
yeah.
Dream a little.
Your
be
favorite
like,
car
look,
is a
baby.
Lexus. Your favorite car is what?
my favorite car?
Vehicle.
Honestly, I haven't. I'm kind of in the middle. It used to always be Jaguar.
Jaguars are dope now.
But I'm vibing with the technology of Teslas. I'm
Teslas,
not
too.
like head over heels in love with the cosmetics and body, but I love the technology of a Tesla. So if I could
Yes.
put the technology of a
two.
Tesla in a Jaguar,
That would be dope.
What about you, sir?
The interiors are nice too.
Jag has always been at the. I owned a XJS limited edition Vanden Plas burgundy with parchment exterior, and it was all that. But they've had some issues with the motor, and their technology was not where it needs to be. It's been bought out a couple of times since, so there's other manufacturers that are involved that are. So I'm just sort of buying time because the next vehicle that I get will probably be a Jag versus a Lexus that I now have. So
what's your favorite, Ms. Divine?
So far right now, Audis.
My sister has that.
Love the Audis.
I like Audis.
Audis are practical and affordable.
Yeah.
So as a practical, affordable car, definitely love the Audi.
Between that and
The maintenance
Infinities.
sucks though.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
And you know what? I have my
which is
first
what I've
Audi
heard,
from Germany, so
which is sort of
I don't know
stayed
how
away
it is
from
in
it.
America.
And
But-
like I said, between that and Infinity. And it used to be Mercedes. This is top of the...
Mercedes, the maintenance is crazy on that
Yeah,
too.
they are.
That's the
Before I
thing.
got
Like
my Lexus,
love,
I had my Mercedes, but I had to get rid of my Mercedes after it reached over 100,000 because I didn't want to deal with the maintenance.
I bet, yeah.
So I traded that in, got the Lexus, started off,
smart.
you know,
Yeah.
so I don't got to deal with that.
Yeah.
And Lexus, you know, it's more than like the typical car because it's like Toyota's luxury line. But it's not like you buying a Mercedes or or a BMW. So the maintenance isn't the same.
I don't like
It's a little cheap.
BMWs.
A lot of
You
people got
haven't.
BMWs.
You
in
need to
Charlotte.
drive a 535
My brother has
BMW
one.
I've driven.
with the
Both of my
sports.
brothers have one.
Yes.
The actual driving of it, literally a sports car. Which is what I liked when I owned my 535s. It was literally like driving a sports car. So
Oh my gosh. Speaking, if you ask me my favorite sports car, that is definitely going to be the Audi R8.
Those are nice.
Holy smoking, Joe Frazier.
My favorite sports
That
car is a
right there.
Porsche.
Yes.
Hands down. Porsche 911 Carrera.
I had a partner back in the day. He had one.
Uh-huh.
That it was nice.
He got
I mean, my
outrageous.
cousin had one.
Actually, he did. Yeah.
That's why.
And in his house, every room was themed differently. So we'd actually go out and hang out at his house, and he'd have women fitting each one of the rooms in that particular room, and they couldn't leave that room because that room was their themed room, and he was like
Sound like-
10,000 square feet.
sound like
type
human
home.
trafficking to me.
And it was all
They couldn't leave that
Terry.
room.
They were paid well, I guess. I don't know.
Anabolical.
Sound like surviving what?
So we were talking about shirt game.
Yes, talking about shirt game.
I can't do nothing with my mouth today.
That's not well.
Yeah.
Talking about shirt game.
Shirt game.
Back to shirt game. Yeah. So I think I left off where I went to school, and I was doing things at school. And I passed school and started going hard. And I eventually
girls' teachers.
Yes.
They became your clientele.
I got all of their schools' accounts. I started getting accounts with hospitals, churches. I had a lot of different churches, different small businesses. And
So you be getting different women that are in certain industries in
hair.
order to help you to
people that was in the
See,
hair,
you know,
fitness.
Why you have to stroke your beard?
Exactly, because he knows. Because he
It's like, yeah,
knows.
you know.
I'm just thinking. I'm
Exactly.
reminiscing because this was a long time ago. So it's gradually coming to my mind as I speak about it. So after that, I was just going hard, and I eventually quit my job. And when I left my job, people there was like, "So
Where
what
were
do
you working?
Place called Regulus. I was working with computers.
Okay.
It's like, who would come up with a business name like
Called
that?
Regulus.
Regulus. It's like, yeah, we're
Hey,
Regulus.
that's what it was.
just like two whatever's in a truck.
Two
men in a
Two-minute truck.
Yeah.
It's like okay, we're gonna have a brainstorming session about what we're gonna name our business.
Let's just keep it simple. 2 minutes.
2 minute truck.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a lot of
college hunks haul junk.
College.
It's so many
College
different business names out there.
Haul junk. Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And I am 100% sure that women will inquire of their services because you imagine you getting 2 college hunks.
And then some 60-year-old
exactly.
fat
See that
beer
old line?
belly,
Like, oh wow.
Like
A whole bunch of golden girls getting them to work for them.
Right.
Can we please say focus?
I'm just saying. That's
I'm saying we trying to move on up
that's
and
a
move
good
on
idea. I might have
up.
to add that on a business name.
I wanted to own an all-female auto mechanic shop and call it Hoods to Bumpers.
Wow.
That was literally
Call it what?
Hoods to bumpers.
Hoods to bumpers.
What's the
all female.
All-female
mechanic.
mechanics.
Auto mechanics.
Like our auto
under the hood of the
What
car.
would they be
fixing
working
the
in?
car?
Like, what would they be wearing?
They would actually
regular
like
shop
the
stuff?
Hooters?
They gotta be looking
requirement.
sexy working on
No,
cars.
but I'm saying
Exactly,
they would have their rompers.
Oh, okay,
you know,
okay,
they'd have
okay.
them on. But I literally, and this was the ministering side of me for it. Like I wanted to employ strippers and prostitutes, send them to school to learn a trade,
Okay.
to give them an alternate lifestyle. And I was more. Do you remember that Orange County Choppers? That TV show where they used to fabricate their own cars and stuff. Like literally, that was going to be our launching pad.
Okay.
Where we would go in and the guys were like, "Oh yeah,
Right.
they're pretty, they're hot," and they,
Yeah.
you know, we was going to have makeup artists and like I was going to make sure that when they came in, they were all taken care of to give the visual expectation
Yeah.
of Hoods to Bumpers. But the knowledge and
But
the
they know their
skill,
craft.
right, that they have goes beyond. So when we got on those shows to compete, that would give us the recognition, but also, like I mean, I had it all. I
I think
had
you should pitch that idea
calendars.
to Shark Tank.
I
I
think
had
you should still
everything with
still
I think you
try
should
to
put it on a
pursue that.
shirt. You might want to talk to my man Lex right here.
Let me see if it's still.
And
Yeah.
for strippers out there that are looking
I'm
for
just saying.
alternative life employment, 877-342-7770.
Ask for guns. Do not be interviewed by Dr. Biz.
877-342-7770.
He is not an official partner in this joint venture.
No,
Ask for
I'm
extension
a part of the
69.
intake process. We will make sure that the applications and background checks are appropriate for you to go to the next step in the interviewing process. Yes.
Interesting.
Be sure
Anyway.
you dress to
So,
impress.
Shirt Game.
Thank you.
Find you on social media. And do you have a website?
On Instagram, it's Shirt Game.
Okay.
And
What are you doing?
also for my website, Skylar Stores on Instagram is my website. Instagram.
Skylar Stores?
Skylar Stores.
Spell that.
Skylar SKYLAR Stores.
Okay.
That's on Instagram.
Stores.
My website is skylarstyle.com.
Skylar.
SKYLAR style.com.
Okay.
That's where you can find the dopest, freshest sneaker tees.
Yeah.
T-shirts to match your sneakers. Jordans, different Yeezys.
What about T-shirts to match your tennis shoes?
What?
I mean, if you want to call them tennis shoes, they T-shirts to match the tennis shoes.
We got Watts. You got a Velcro T-shirt to go with
saying,
them. Watts from Walmart.
Depending
If you
upon if
wanna
you
call
up
them
north or
kicks,
down south, right?
T-shirts to
It
match
depends
your
upon
kicks.
if they're sneakers or tennis shoes.
Right.
Be
Yeah.
confusing folk.
You have a shirt. You have a shirt that says my
that?
kick
Hose
game.
up, pimps
no,
down?
sir, it does not. It says my
No, I
kick
think
game
that'd be a
switch
good
up
one.
like
Like
the weather.
hose up, pimps down.
That's a shirt that I did
Yes.
specifically for Fox 46 Nick,
Yes.
because he's the weatherman.
Shout out Nick. I liked it.
Shout out to Fox 46
I saw
Nick,
that.
the dancing weatherman. It's like the dopest weatherman we've ever had on TV.
I can't find you on Instagram. What'd you say it was?
Shirt Game. Which one you looking for? Scholar Stores or Shirt Game?
Shirt game?
SHIRTGAME. Shirt Game.
Yeah, that's what I
With a silent P at the end.
Oh, yeah, I'm following you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that pimps up, hose down? What's that?
Nah.
Please make him a shirt that say that.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and get
Put
Dr.
Dr.
Beers a
Beers
few shirts.
right there.
Give him a
Do you
few shirts to
design
rock.
shirts?
Yes, I do all my own designs.
Now, what if somebody submits you an already done design?
I can do that too.
Okay.
I've done that the whole time when I had my T-shirt shop, because I had to do shirts for all different
And
type of
your-
businesses and clothing lines and everything
And
else.
your pricing starts at?
On my website, it's $29.99 a shirt.
That's with the design?
Oh, you talking about custom?
No. I have
That's
tons of shirts.
$129.
I have like a ton of just blank shirts. I knew I wanted to do something with them, and I have certain designs I want placed on them. I just don't have anybody to put the design.
Oh,
in.
well, that's what I would just hook you up with. My homies, the people that bought my shop, they're my homies as well. So we're really cool. I can hook you up with them, and
But
you
what
can
if
take
I
your.
want you? What if I don't want them?
I don't actually print anymore.
Oh, bless God.
Yeah, so I was gonna get to that part of the story.
Jesus.
Shirt Game has a long story. I mean,
So you
Shirt
would
Game is a
hook me
long
up
story.
with your people who bought your.
Who bought my shop,
Okay.
and you
And
can
they'll
take
take
your
care of
shirts
me?
there. Yeah, of course.
They gonna charge me $29.99.
They gonna charge you whatever they charge you. I can't really tell you the price because that's that would be between you and them.
You and them.
I would
with
be
extra eyelashes.
It'd be
on
messed
it,
up
okay?
for me
See,
to.
there they go.
Hey,
Pull it down a little bit.
Trying to
saying.
manipulate,
Over
trying to
shoulder
get a
roll,
still can't
discount.
answer that.
They be showing the,
I still
the
can't
nipple,
answer that
trying to
'cause
And
that's
then when you walk in and all their wives done took over. and the
Exactly.
females are like, can
It's
we
like,
help
Oh,
you?
They like,
hey,
why
you
is-
never know now.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
Right.
girl.
wow.
I'm sorry.
Everybody
I
trying
like
to
your
use
eyelashes.
they feminine
Right.
wiles.
I like that color on you. So you
Yeah.
know how we do. So tell us about Shirt
Just
Game
say
and how
no.
you're no longer printing, but
Well,
it's a story. I want to.
yeah, I got it. I got started. I wish. I got started, and quit my job, and I went full time. By that time, me and the girl I was dating broke up, and we were living together. So I moved out and got my own place. So
I thought you were gonna say you moved into the print shop. You got a cotton
my place
back.
turned into the print shop,
Okay.
and wanted to turn into the print shop. I mean, literally, it was like a print shop. People would come over there, well, mostly females would come over there and be like, "Do you live here?" I'm like, "Yeah, I live here." Because I was downstairs would be where I stored a lot
T-shirts
of
on
the
my
boxes
pillows.
of T-shirts, because I had to have inventory. So and I had all my machinery upstairs in the second bedroom, and the whole room was just filled. So it got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna need to eventually get a shop. So before that, I started doing T-shirts for Velocity Sneaker Boutique. Shout out to Darryl Hines, he's the owner of that. And the way I met him, I was at a cookout one night, and one of my homies was there. He had on some Creative Rec sneakers, and I was like, "Yo, those sneakers are dope." He was like, "Yeah, I bought them from this store called Velocity. It's a brand new sneaker store. It's up in University area, over by the boardwalk." I was like, "Word?" He was like, "Yeah, you should go check them out, cause they only got sneakers. He might want some T-shirts." Shout out to Videro for letting me know that. So I went there the next. This was a Sunday. Went there the next day, which was a Monday after I got off work, and I walked up in the store. It was a cute story. I was like, yo, I like the setup. The setup is dope. So the owner was in there, and he was like, hey, man, how you doing? I'm like, I'm doing fine. I'm looking around, checking out, and what I'm noticing, the first thing I'm looking for is sneakers that look like they would be hard to match. And I was just like looking around. So he was like, so, yeah, man, how can I help you? I'm like, how can I help you?
That's what
And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, let me show you something. I walked over to these Nikes. I don't even know what kind they were, but they were bright. They had all these different colors. And I was like, see these sneakers right here? I said, these sneakers are nice. I said, I would love to buy these. I said, but one thing that might stop me from buying these is knowing I'm going to have a hard time going to the mall to find a shirt. And he was just like, okay, so what are you getting at? I'm like, but if I looked on this wall that's bare over here, and there was a rack, and it was different T-shirts, and some of those shirts were made to match these sneakers, I would buy these sneakers in a heartbeat, and then I would buy that shirt, and then you would have 2 sales.
There you go.
Opposed to just one. And he was like, yeah, that's okay. So, but where am I get the shirts from? I said, you looking at me.
He said, bam.
I said, I'm Shirt Game. And I gave him a card, and he was like, so you do shirts? I said, yeah. And I said, and I've learned how to mix colors to match whatever color I want to match, which is how I know how to match sneakers. He was like, man, where you been at all my life? I was like, yo, I've been here, man. I heard about you. You know, a friend referred me. He had a pair of these, with Creative Rex. And I was like, you know, if we can work together. He was like, man, how long, do you got time to sit down and talk? I said, yeah. So we sat down and we got orders placed. We walked around the store, picked out hard to match shoes, and we got orders placed. And I went ahead and started doing those shirts, and went ahead and got the shirts in his store. He put, some racks up to start putting the, so we had the shirts set up in the store. Mm-hmm. People started buying the shirts with the, with the sneakers. Then it got to the point where I went ahead and created a catalog with different designs so they can go in the store and pick the design to match whatever sneakers that they were buying. So then we started running it like that, and it was just, it
Nice.
took off.
I want to give shout out to the loyalty associated with that, because what some people would do is take that idea that you gave that guy and said, okay, cool, we going whatever, and then you leave, and he now on the phone trying to hook up that same deal with somebody else.
Yeah.
Bringing his boys in, bringing his whatever in, going through the yellow pages, whatever he got to do, cut you out, but yet it was your idea.
Yeah.
And people do that all the time, unfortunately.
There was a cool guy, and he later became my business mentor.
Yeah. More people need to be cool like that.
Absolutely.
So that's the moral to the story. When somebody sits down with you, when somebody shares with you their heart, their passion,
Their vision.
what it is that they're looking to do, and they're willing to partner with you to make that happen and make that dream come to life.
Absolutely.
You need to have the decency, the loyalty to actually live out that, if that's the direction you want to go in.
Yes.
So if you're going to do it with that person, because if it wasn't for that person, that idea never would have come to you.
Absolutely.
Therefore, you never would have had that additional stream of income.
And here's
Absolutely.
the point of view I'm looking at as you're speaking and you're sharing your story, from jump. Like, I noticed that God has sent people into your life to be blessing you.
Lead
He's
you.
never called us to do great things alone.
That's
right.
So first comes Steve, then you're giving an example of Daryl.
Yeah.
And strategically, each time God has placed somebody in your life, like, you went for it, like you yielded to that. I mean, you could have said,
Wasn't
nah.
coincidence.
Right. It was not coincidence. So
Absolutely.
I know God has his hand on your life,
Of
because
course.
he strategically have placed people in your path for
Right.
you to be able to live an abundant life.
I
An
got some
example.
praying parents.
Yeah, an example of
Parents
God does
pray.
not call the equipped, he equips
The
those
called.
that he called.
Absolutely.
That's right.
So
Yeah, I got
excellent.
praying parents there.
Shout out to mom and dad.
Yeah, shout out to mom and dad. Love y'all. But yeah,
Family, please take these nuggets, this wisdom, this information. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a journey. And we're storytellers. So we share with you these stories so that you might be able to live a life of abundance and be able to grow in every aspect of your life.
I want him to give out his contact information again. Yep. I need people to be able to follow you, to contact.
I'm on Instagram as Shirt Game. I'm on Facebook as Shirt Game. Scholar Stores on Instagram and Scholar Stores on Facebook as well. And on Twitter, I have Twitter as well, Shirt Game and Scholar Stores. And my website is scholarstyle.com.
Do you have a phone number?
I have a phone number as well, 704-777-7685.
Say it again.
That's a lot of
704-777-7685.
And you also broadcast through WDRBmedia, iHeart, TuneIn. Please tell us
Every
real
Saturday at 2 p.m.
All right.
I have Scholar Style Radio, Eastern Standard Time, Scholar Style Radio. So tune in and check your boy out, Lex.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely gonna wow you with whatever I'm talking about, music I'm playing. I'm more of an old soul, so as far as hip hop and music, I like old school hip hop and R&B the best. But I do get with some new stuff too.
All right. All right.
Good blend.
New stuff is what they call lit.
We gonna
You know
find
what I'm
out.
saying?
You said
It's lit.
Saturday at 2?
Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Family, you heard it here on the Profit and Growth Hour. You're tuned in to WDRB Media,
The voice
of the community.
Splendid.
Stop the broadcast before you write anything down. Thank you.
Sure game is it's such a long story, so I was trying to hurry, but it's so many different parts I ain't want to leave
I
out.
hope you talk about it on your show now.
I am.
Yeah, cause
I am.
have you submitted your first show yet?
No, I haven't even put it together yet.
Oh my god.
That's why I have Guns, because Guns is gonna give me some ideas.